Welcome to Two Wizards,
Two wizards, one card.
yeah.
Two wizards, one card.
We're wizards, so we don't have a cart.
All right, we're back in action.
The world is our cart.
We're back in action. Brad Doff here, the Bad Wizard, for another great episode of Two Wizards, One Cart.
I'm Herbig.
Hey, where's
He's Brad Doff?
Yeah, where's Penny?
Penelope was going to come, and she saw the rain, and she said she's like, I'm gonna have to take a rain check. Pun fully intended.
We will give we're gonna really let our audience
microphone issues. How about that? Is that
audio
better?
issues better?
Yeah.
So I was really looking forward to Penelope being here today, but next week we'll have her on. Please, can we bring her on?
We'll put a shot of her. I'll send a picture to our kind producer Kendall to show you the adorableness of Penelope.
I think our show is going to just escalate when we get her.
She saw the rain and she was just like, "Nah, I'll see you next week."
What a diva!
She went right under the couch.
What a
she was
diva!
Like, nope. If I'm under the couch, you can't put my harness on.
Please, next week we have to. I think she will really pull the show all together.
Absolutely.
Really pull all the show all together.
She's
great
like
for
the
marketing
rug that ties the room together.
Yes, just like the rug.
Just like the rug. Just like the rug. Pee on my dog.
That would not be good.
That would be not cool.
But we're back at it again here at Elevated Kava, downtown Asheville, North Carolina, in the mountains.
That place. We have a drum set behind us today, so if you're lucky, Brad Dolph will slap the skins for you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe later.
Skin slapping is loud on the show.
Yeah, I don't know either, but it's nice to have an option.
How was your week?
Good. Week 3 of the new job has been very good. Very it's been really good.
Yeah, what does a Lord of the Rings expert do on his free time?
Well, he basically just does inventory control and procurement for heavy equipment. So it's not very wizardly, but use the skills you've got, and apparently I'm good with numbers and organization.
That's your wizard power.
That is my wizard power is organization and numbers.
Skills. Yeah,
it is.
So I was thinking about some funny stuff about Middle Earth on my way over here today.
What sort of
when my mom dropped me off.
Thinking about you're not Kendall.
Brad.
He's Kendall.
Brad Doff. Only my mom calls me Bradley when she's mad.
Only that's when you know you're in trouble.
Yeah. So I was thinking about how.
Hold on, we're gonna do a little
mic switch, huh?
Rejiggering here. We're gonna move this over
to the dark side.
Apparently too stupid to play the mic, but here we go. Oh, there we go. Now we're cooking with some sort of flammable liquid.
Yeah. So yeah,
but it's been a good week. Finally,
terrific.
Feeling valued and getting some paychecks and
money's
really
good.
Getting comfortable. Yeah,
money's good.
The money's the secondary.
It's secondary because we're bringing it all in, being Lord of the Rings experts. That's how you really make the money.
My boss was asking me. He said, "Do you mess with AI?" One of the parts director. He came down from Charlotte because he just drove in for the day because he wanted to meet me.
Of course. Why?
And I was
like,
not? Wow, this guy's. And I ended up talking to him, and he's a super interesting guy. And he's
probably watches a podcast. That's why.
Yeah, that's why they hired me. It's because of this.
A little celebrity.
He was one of our 20 viewers. And
nice.
growing.
As long as we're getting better every week.
He was like, "Oh, do you mess with AI?" And I'm like, "Well, that's actually what I do as a side gig. I do data annotation for AI when I'm, not busy, whatever. And I'll just jump on for an hour or two and do some annotation." He's like, "Oh, that's crazy." And I'm like, he's like, "So how do you use it?" I'm like, "Well, like right now I trained a model to be a linguist, and I'm using it to develop my own language for the world I'm building."
We had talked about
writing. And he was just like, his mind was just like, he was like, "Wait, what?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I trained it to basically be a linguist." And I told it, like, "I want to develop this language with you. Don't make it for me." So I've been working with it slowly and
Yeah.
figuring out the pronouns and the and all the skeleton of the language,
Yeah.
and now we've got some, sort of your basic.
You got the swear words yet?
No, I
Well,
haven't
then
gotten to
whatever.
curse
That's how you,
words
you
yet,
start at
but we're
swear words.
getting there.
You got to start
Once
at swear words.
once I learn how to drop an F bomb uh
Do you have a name
what
for your language?
yeah, it's called uh shoot, I
Herbiganese?
can't pronounce it properly. It's called glam, not glam dring. It's I can't remember. I'm putting on the spot, but
Nope. We're
I'm
looking
designing it
forward
to
to
be
it.
more of a poetic language, like hard
Mm-hmm.
consonants and soft vowels. So it gives it more of a sing-songy, playful. And I'm intentionally
Yeah.
structuring it in a Western way. So, sentence structure. So it'll be easier for people to pick up.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing some
Yeah.
of your favorite lines from your new
Once
language.
I a little bit more, maybe
Like,
maybe a couple
screw
more.
you, kiss my ass,
Some of
up
those.
yours.
Yeah.
Those are like
That one's
essential.
still just this.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
you can throw a little if you don't want to
Up
be. You can
yours.
throw a little at the end too. You can
Yeah.
do and you give them the fork.
The fork in the end.
For our British viewers.
Yeah. Hey.
But yeah, no, it's been good work. How's life been treating Brad Doll?
Well, I didn't want to
What are
bring it up, but I
your what are your
picked up a little injury.
adventures? Oh,
Practicing kung fu.
middle track
I was
meet.
practicing kung fu in my basement alone, and
Never
I don't know if you
practiced
guys
kung
know
fu
this.
alone.
I think I'm the illegitimate son of Count Dante.
Oh,
If you know anything about Count Dante, he's the
no!
leader of
Please tell us.
the Black Dragon Fight Society. You don't know about the Chicago Dojo fight wars of the 1970s?
No, I don't.
right,
And
well-
I'm from Chicago. I don't even.
Count
what's the
Dante.
deal?
It involves samurai swords, people being stabbed,
What?
and I could go into it in more detail, but there's amazing information about Count Dante on the internet, and I do think I'm the illegitimate son because my kung fu is probably the best I've ever seen.
That's. I mean.
So anyway, that's what happened.
He's pretty sick, so you got a pulled hammy.
I blew out the leg.
blew out a hammy.
Basically, I was doing splits, and
Sad.
yeah. So
But you got some nice New Balances
Yeah.
on.
That's
Those are
how
some
my
sweet kicks.
that's how my week went so far. So I haven't been able to do any of my high level ninja training, but
well,
but other than that, I've been on the prowl looking for another job, kinda.
kind of, sort of, maybe.
I and my Totino's pizza roll privileges are now back in.
Oh, you got your privileges reinstated.
Yeah, well, you got to mind your P's and Q's around my house, especially if you want
Yeah.
pizza rolls. But
Did you leave the oven on all night again?
yeah, I do that a lot.
That's what
but-
happens when you get too high and you make pizza rolls at
Pizza
midnight.
rolls, yeah. So
All of
I'm
a sudden
back.
it's 6 a.m. and you can't figure out why the apartment's 80 degrees.
Yeah, I'm back and feeling good. I just
Heck yeah.
I just got a new 3-foot graphics bong. Remember those?
Nah, you got
Plastic.
graphics? You can still get there's still
Plastic,
around,
yeah.
huh?
So anyway,
Huh.
that's how the week's going. But I was thinking, speaking of plastic,
Chris,
that was my
Herbig might have to make a purchase after work. I'm always in the market for a new bong.
get a plastic graphics bong. So that's so that
Can't go wrong.
leads
Plastic
me
bong,
to
can't go
my
wrong.
this leads me to my question about Middle Earth.
Oh,
and
yeah.
something I have like
This
technologically
is a
speaking.
Middle Earth podcast
This is a Middle Earth
show
yes.
thing.
But we talk Lord of the Rings here. He's the
Yeah.
expert. I'm the not. Although
He knows stuff.
yeah, but my thing, and I
knows
brought this
things.
up. I brought this up before. Why is technology stagnant on Middle Earth? Why? Let's imagine Middle Earth if they discovered plastic.
I mean, Saruman did invent a bomb.
Bombs or whatever, man. We've had those forever in our world. What about imagine why does it technologically stop there? Like remember
I think they never hit that industrial revolution.
they can clearly create explosions though.
Yeah, but I mean, You look in that thing, it looks like he just broke the match heads off of like 8,000 matches and put
Yeah.
it in a bowl and went, it's mom.
But I mean, I don't understand how they
Yeah,
haven't progressed.
like yeah,
They've been
it's.
stuck in the same, like
I
even
think they're
even battle techniques are the same.
but I think they're like very anti industry. Like industry
So you're
is
telling me they're
what
lazy out there?
industry is what like
Yeah.
I think it's that they I think it's that they like their way of life and they like you remember like in the scouring of the Shire, Saruman escapes and becomes Sharky, but like
Sharky?
he
What a
does
dumb name.
it's terrible. But he does the one thing that the hobbits hate. He industrialized the Shire and like ruined the countryside. There's blacks. He basically made it like industrial England.
What are they out there making, like
Smog.
bowling pins out there? What was he out there
I
making?
don't know. They were doing
I'm just saying,
Saruman things.
if they could have only figured out how to make plastic, how different Middle Earth would have been.
But would it have been for the better?
I want to do some AI. I'm going to have AI generate images of what Middle Earth would have looked like with plastic.
I'm interested.
Yeah, I'm interested. Aren't you right there? Wait a second.
I'm
Hang on a minute.
interested. I'm listening.
They don't have cars. They don't have anything really cool. They got cool swords, but even the swords haven't changed. Like
no, but they're magical swords. A lot of them are magical, like Frodo, like
you know
Frodo slash Bilbo.
I think they sacrificed magic for plastic.
I think
They gave up
magic
because plastic is magic.
Maybe they had a choice. No, we're going with magic.
Yeah.
No more. Yeah. What were we just saying over at the bar? Science that's sufficiently advanced is magic.
Yes.
Because you just don't understand how it works. It's like if you showed up with like a portable DVD player to Middle Earth, like I think they'd be like, I don't even think they'd be excited. I think they'd be like, get that shit out of here.
You know what else I also noticed in Middle Earth?
We sing songs.
Listen, here's another something that's lacking in Middle Earth. This is why. No schools. There's no education there.
Yeah, there's really they
don't value education in Middle Earth.
It's that sort of
yeah,
it's that learn a trade.
What do they do? But they don't even have trades. They have like horse people,
like farms.
Who makes the food? Where's the grain belt of Middle Earth?
I don't think anybody's gonna watch a movie about a bunch of farmers.
I'm just curious, though, are there amber waves of grain in Middle Earth?
Oh, totally. I mean, Rohan's got villages all around
fruited plains.
Yeah, and Rohan's actually, bigger than Rohan obviously, but like,
so there's
where they go, it's significantly bigger than that. I think they kind of downplayed it.
Yeah. I mean, is there like is there like a big feedlot?
The Dunlendings and the villages, like the village used to get raided. They're farming community.
Do the Rohan have their own separate farm system? Like, who's feeding the people in Helm's Deep? Who's feeding the people in Gondor?
I think it's pretty much just farms.
I think that's a big hole in the story is the food supply in Middle Earth.
Yeah,
it's a big hole. I don't know if they've ever if they should
have the toilet system. Do they have indoor plumbing?
What's with the plumbing as well?
Do they?
Yes.
Is it like that medieval thing where it just falls out of a building? Are they still like using chamber pots? Like
yes.
What's going on?
What's happening? Is it?
I hate to get into toilet humor, but
these are the details that most people overlook. Most people overlook.
Yeah.
So, for instance, one of my favorite movies ever is Major League, the 1989
Love that movie,
starring serial fucking psycho Charlie Sheen, and
Tiger's Milk, baby,
and Snipes is in it as well. But in that movie, I don't know if I've seen it probably no less than 100 times. I never noticed this until the last time I watched it. So there's the big baseball game at the end where the Yankees are playing against the Indians. So I'm watching that, and I started to look at the crowd. Nobody in the crowd has any Indians gear on at all.
No,
not a single person in the whole audience, and nobody's even wearing baseball.
Oh yeah, because now they're the Cleveland. What is it? The Cleveland.
Well, what I'm saying is like
back in the day,
there's Cleveland Indians, but I just thought it was funny. It's like a championship game, and then nobody in the crowd has any paraphernalia from any of the teams. Either
it's a championship game
because it's a movie. They filmed it in Milwaukee.
Oh,
so it's just they have extras come in, but they didn't think about giving him like
everybody's just in like
regular
normal,
clothes.
It looks like they just got out of work.
It's like 90% girls too. would be as
That's
funny to see
definitely
at a baseball championship baseball game.
not
Yeah.
the. That's definitely not
So
the.
anyway, that's kind of the things I
Yeah.
think about,
Like where
like
did
what's
yeah
happening in Middle Earth here, like what, yeah,
logistics.
where the behind the scenes stuff,
Yeah.
like who's making all the arrows? I don't know.
Fletchers,
Yeah,
arrow Fletchers.
I would like to get down to see
I
like what
mean,
a
you see
like.
the dude sharpening the swords on the stone in Two
Well,
Towers,
so
but
but they
that's hardly blacksmithing. You see more orcs blacksmithing than you do men or elves
orcs
or
are always
anything
working.
else.
Orcs are always working.
Well, that's what happens when you're a slave.
Orcs are there, but they're getting
That's
it
what
done.
happens when you're a thrall.
Yeah, they're getting it. But they don't. First off, they have sex in the dirt. They make love to the dirt, and
Well,
they
yeah,
eat
you
each
gotta
other.
shag them. You gotta shag
Yeah,
the mud pile.
so they don't really have much to look forward to.
No, shagging the mud pile, I don't think it's as
Yeah,
enjoyable as one would think. It's like,
some guys. What if one of the
It's
orcs
like
is really?
JD Vance humping his couch,
What if one of the orcs is really into it though? That's his
shagging the
thing. He's
mud
like,
pile.
I
It's
can't
like,
wait to get down to shag
but
the
he's
mud.
got like the worst genetics, so they're trying to keep
Keep
him
him
from
out of it.
shagging the mud pile.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, we don't need any more custodians.
Well, so you've never watched the Amazon debauchery?
Oh, I
Ring of,
have.
okay. Are you still watching it, following it?
So I watched.
You can say it.
I watched the first season
Yeah.
and went, ugh. And then the second season I chose to watch through Charlie Hopkins' channel, where he does his
Like a
roommates
play-by-play?
his roommates are all the characters, and they're watching it together, and it's much more enjoyable that way. I don't have
Okay.
to watch the whole thing, and I get to hear Gandalf and Boromir and everybody rip on it, and it's more enjoyable that way because the show it's pretty
Bad.
bad.
I just
It doesn't make much sense. I don't
Excuse me.
know why Sauron was like trying to slide into Galadriel's DMs. That's weird. Like,
Yeah.
who's the elf? Why is this little kid got a sword that like is magic and grows from it? It doesn't.
I've
Doesn't
never
make
watched a
any
single episode.
sense. It's bad.
Yeah. Never in my
It's
life.
10 times the budget that the Lord of the Rings movie had and a tenth of the quality.
Yeah, so I've heard. I was just saying with that with that IP of Lord of the Rings, they could do so many cool stories.
Yeah, and I think the family is very protective.
Well, they
So
obviously weren't.
They only
They gave
them,
Bezos.
well, they only gave them the rights to the Lord of the Rings and the appendices. They can't use the Silmarillion. They can't use any of the extended stuff.
Yeah.
So the pool of shit they're able to pull from is pretty thin.
Yeah, but aren't they just making stuff up anyway?
But they're just making stuff up, and like
That's what I mean. Like those contracts are garbage, man. Like the restrictions are garbage.
Like, I don't know what record executive thought he was, or movie executive thought they could write better than. It's like just do the story, dude.
Yeah.
All you have to do is just do the story.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, the movies, they cut out and changed plenty of stuff, but they did it because it made sense cinematically.
Yeah.
They're like changing things here just willy-nilly.
Completely making up entire things.
It feels like there's no point.
Yeah.
Like, but why didn't you just tell the regular story and come up with this thing? It doesn't.
What's your biggest knock on the show? Is that it? They just don't. There's no. It's not true to the original story.
It's so far deviated from like anything that actually happened in the Silmarillion or even in the or whatever, that I don't even recognize it. Like,
well, I've heard the production value is underwhelming as well, considering, like you said, the budget.
Considering the budget of like $1 billion, the production value is abysmal. Like they couldn't even spring for real armor. Like, you look at all their armor, it's Under Armour.
Like three. Oh, really?
It's straight up like Under Armour
Printed?
with like the scaling of like armor printed on it. It's
I don't know how
bad.
I don't know about the efficacy in battle of that.
Shitty,
terrible.
Like, hey, wear this. It's like, but I need real chainmail. It's like, nah. You need. It's called Under Armour, dude.
Yeah.
Armor.
Oh my gosh. So okay, so the details like that are really noticeable, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty, and they bounce around a lot too. They don't. it's like they were like, oh, we need to do like 8 different storylines, and it's like, yeah, but you're bouncing around so much that.
Is it frustrating because you see potential with the show? Is it?
And
Is
it's
it
the thing I think too. It's like everybody was like, "This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be dope." Like we're waiting to see, and it's like, yeah, it just
well,
it
it's
was
been
like,
going now for a few
oh,
years right now.
yeah, I think they're doing season 3 now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like I don't
Well,
know
there's like
why. Like they made Sauron a fucking like a baddie, but yeah, and like
really.
they gave him this whole identity that he never had, and then they
Why would they should just made up a whole new story that's
I
not even called
mean,
Lord of the
if
Rings?
you're gonna do that,
Yeah.
just like pick a thing that wasn't explained and make a story there.
Yeah.
The Rings of Power. Oh yeah, I've watched it. It's a hate watch. I
There
basically at this point I watch it so I can see
talk shit about it.
it's one yeah, and
You're an
it's
expert. You've got to know what's going on.
well, and it's also sort of like I do the one thing that I do like is like they did they do good like panning or big shots of like big historical areas, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's really cool to see like a visual representation of Valinor or whatever the case may be. That's very cool, but beyond that, there's no substance. It's
Lame.
yeah.
Now, are they
I don't know how
re-releasing?
Galadriel swam across an ocean. Like, are you an Olympic swimmer? I don't understand. In like a dress like that.
Really?
It was yeah. It didn't make any sense.
Did
Yet
how long?
everyone
How
knows
long
from
before
episode 1.
that you knew it was
Yeah, that
him?
guy's probably Sauron because he's a bit skeezy.
So and your intuition was right. They didn't
Oh
trick you.
yeah, no
Oh
trick. It
boy.
was like, well, we think that's Sauron. Okay, that's like the Gandalf mystery. It took them 2 seasons to tell us that the meteor wizard was
Even
Gandalf,
though it really,
even though like it was so obvious. It's like they're setting you up for a reveal that you figured out already.
yeah, surprise.
Oh,
But
it's like, oh, is
definitely not.
he?
Definitely not.
And like, why are they in Rune? Why is Saruman in Rune with like evil guys before he was evil? Why is Tom Bombadil sound like a depressed 20-year-old?
Oh, so they have Tom in
Like,
the show, huh?
Yeah, but he's got no yellow boots. He's not really singing. He's not jovial Tom Bombadil. It's like Tom Bombadil was never in Rune. He lives in the old forest
Yeah.
on the edge of Buckland. Like that's his place. Why would he be over here? It doesn't make any sense. And then like he got Gandalf to take a bath, and he started like throwing stuff in
Wait,
his
wait,
bathtub. It was really
wait.
weird.
What?
Well, Gandalf's
Gandalf
stinky.
took off his robes.
Yeah, he got stinky. And it
What
was
though?
during the journey for his stick to find his stick.
What?
And like Tom's just like it was just yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing a bit of that. It sounds funny.
That's a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be
it's
great.
just
We can Mystery Science 3000 those episodes.
I think it's that it's disappointing. It's disappointing that it's so disjointed and like doesn't just make any sense.
So but they are doing the 25th anniversary of Lord of the Rings this year, right?
Yeah,
Re-released into the theater.
Yeah, they did it in the theaters for I think maybe like a week or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that, and they said it's up to like $900 million. Just like if they ever re-release it again, it'll go over
Over $1 billion, yeah.
which would be insane. But I mean, that just shows
It's a
you
commitment to watch those, though.
Yeah, I mean,
I one time
it's like
flew to
12 and a
Thailand.
half
I one time
hours.
flew to Thailand, watched the entire trilogy, got drunk, fell asleep, woke up, and I still had 6 more hours to go.
Jeez,
It's a long flight.
that is a very long flight. It's like
I watched the whole trilogy.
like 18 hours.
It took forever. I don't even recall. It was a lifetime. It was like time
I
travel.
hope you stayed there for a while
Yeah, I
and
was
made it
over
worth
there.
it.
Practicing my kung fu skills. So anyway,
Swollen hammies.
Yeah, yeah. So they re-released those. I would like to see those on the IMAX. That'd be fun,
I think that would be cool on
wouldn't it?
IMAX, yeah.
I would like to do
Or
an
if
I.
you watched it with like one of those, the VR
Yeah.
headsets, I
Well,
think that could be really
I think the
cool too.
IMAX would be great though, but I'd have to do it in like 2 hour sittings.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I
can do
mean?
one movie at a time,
Maybe,
but
dude, if they do
like
on the
daisy chaining them all together, it's like, yo, you got to do intermissions and bathroom breaks,
but like those director
all
cut
that.
ones,
Like, go get a meal.
yeah, those director cut ones though are long, man,
Yeah, I
and
mean, I think,
they're like 4 hours.
yeah, I think like Fellowship is like almost 4.
Yeah,
Two Towers about the same. Return is like over 4.5.
they have like 10 endings on Return of the King. It
Yeah,
keeps ending and then ending and then ending
yeah.
again and then
It
ending
could have
again.
been. It could have been even worse. I mean, they even skipped the Scouring of the
Yes,
Shire.
yeah,
So there's, but like you said, they made they made cinematic decisions
oh
where
yeah,
things in the book wouldn't
they
they
wouldn't.
wouldn't work on. They're not going to
Well, if
work
you
on.
tried to put everything into it, it would have had to been like a month
Oh,
long miniseries or a
it would have
series.
been Apocalypse Now, where
Yeah,
it's 7 hours long and nobody really
not a fan of
wanted
that
that
movie.
cut. Not either. Don't. Not a big. I'm
Not a
not a big. That's Kubrick, right?
no, and that so that's Francis Ford Coppola.
Or Coppola. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
Coppola. Yeah, like I'm
and
not.
it is not a great. I don't like that. Only
Yeah,
Coppola movie I like is The Godfathers. He did
yeah,
Outsiders, which is okay,
yeah.
and that I think people love The Outsiders. I think it's pretty good, a little
Outsiders.
schmaltzy one. But
Outside.
then I saw
Yeah, but it's still it's good. It's a good movie.
then I saw
Godfather Part Two is a fucking masterpiece.
great movie, great
And
movie.
I do not like gangster movies, but
Really?
that's a good one.
What about Goodfellas?
It's just not my thing. I don't like glorifying, and call me a fuddy duddy old wizard, but I don't like glorifying the bad guys.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't know if it necessarily glorified them. They all look like shit.
Like the Sopranos does a good job of like showing you like
That those guys are
this
morons.
is not all it's cracked up to be. These guys are like super insecure, very fragile dudes that are like, yeah, abusers and all this
Yeah, yeah, not
stuff.
good.
And it's,
Funny. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's that movie. That
Joe Pesci. I love Joe Pesci.
Donnie Brasco. Great
I
movie.
don't think I've ever seen Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco. Casino could be considered a mob movie
Oh,
also.
it's totally. I think Casino
Casino.
totally is. It's
And
just
then what about let me see. What's another good Bronx Tale? That's the kind
Bronx Tale,
I wouldn't say
guess.
it's necessarily well, yeah.
Yeah.
He is he's being there's definitely the scene where the mobsters beat the shit out of the bikers in that bar. One of the best
That
scenes in
is true.
movies, man.
Yeah,
Those
that is
bikers come
true.
in and they think they've taken over that bar, and
And
then
it's
he
like,
locks the door
mm-mm.
and they just beat the crap out of
Yeah,
him,
and they
chase them
got
on
it.
their way.
They have their proverbial buttocks handed to them.
Yeah, I could see though, like the Godfather Part Two is a great movie,
Oh yeah,
really good movie. Part Three
fantastic.
though,
That's not
I try to
so.
get out, me back in.
Oh, is that what that's
It's
from?
from Part Three. Yeah, I
Oh,
believe so. I believe
oh.
so because that's
Yeah,
what.
it's good stuff.
Yeah, Silvio does that all the time in Sopranos. That's his funny little joke there.
Oh, it's this little nod.
But yeah, I mean, I I would
Yeah,
as far as like watching Lord of the Rings movies in the theater again. That's a time commitment, and
it's a big time.
I've seen them all a lot,
Yeah,
and they're
I've
great.
seen them. So, I mean, I
I can just put
watched.
them on at any point in the
I
movie and start
Yeah,
watching.
I watched Fellowship this week just because I love
And
it. But
I
yeah,
think
you don't even have to watch it. I don't even have to be there. I could be walking around doing stuff, whatever.
well, we had said they're almost basically perfect films, except for the fact they had some poor CGI Legolas moments.
Yeah, mainly we won't talk about the Hobbits on riding Treebeard. That was the rough one.
You didn't like that either, huh?
That's a rough little
You think
few
the
seconds, but
you think it's the quality of the way the video, like the CGI was bad?
yeah, it's just a little bit.
Now that you mention it, I think
You can really
I agree with
tell that
that.
it's a backdroppy green screen
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, I think for the most part, it's aged very incredibly well for being 25 years
Yeah.
old now, 24, 23 respectively.
Yeah.
I think it has aged better, and I think it's a testament to the way they put it together, and that it's like there are these bad CGI moments, but nobody cares because you're so invested in the story
Yeah. Yeah.
that you don't even notice.
Now let me ask you something quick here. Agree or disagree? When Aragorn
Don't
cut
point your flute at me.
when Aragorn slices the head off the mouth of Sauron, was that out of character for him?
Well, it never happened.
Yeah, but it happens in the director's
In the
cut, correct?
yeah, in the director's
And
cut, he decapitates the
yeah,
mouth of Sauron. I don't
so
at
I went,
that point, I don't know if it's I don't know if it's out of character because
yeah,
he's like
he's so stoic and under
he's
control.
I think it's a calculated move
Yeah,
to get the armies to empty out of the gates. It was kind of like, okay,
strategic.
one, I'm totally done listening to you jibber jabber.
Yeah,
We don't believe anything you're saying. So give me my friend's vest back, and then it's like, okay, if you do that, the Warrens will empty.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It just seemed like something that he wouldn't do as his
No,
like
I think
morality and who he
normally
is.
in character he would not do something like that.
Yeah,
I think it's because it was an act of necessity to sort of trigger
well,
and get it like, oh, they killed. Okay,
see, I
we
think they're
gotta go get
thinking of
them
it
now.
as a story thing. I'm thinking more of as a movie thing, like a theater thing. Like they wanted this moment, and
But that
it
wasn't
was like
even in the
I
theatrical
no, of
release. It
course,
was
and
only
yeah,
in the extended.
in the extended
And it
cut.
kind of, but it adds something. It gives it like, why did they just send their like every orc out there like on a whim for like this small army of dudes?
Yeah,
And it's like, oh, he not only showed up on your doorstep, he effectively killed the Walmart greeter.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Witch King was kind of a wimp.
Yeah, which he's not, but in the
Well,
movies they didn't.
they, I think,
I wish there was more dragon action.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I just think like, yeah,
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
Angband and all
because
that. That's that.
when yeah, she stepped out of the way and like sliced it. I was like, that's kind of an easy move to kill that dragon. Remember that? I was
Yeah,
like, that was a little bit like, and she
a little bit.
sidestepped him, but
She's also. I mean, she's also don't sell Eowyn's back. I mean,
hundred
she's a
percent not,
shield maiden. She's
100% not.
she's a badass.
But also
But also,
those
like,
things
damn,
have
it
to
fell for
happen. Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
I think part of that was
yeah.
I think part of that's the ego and the complacency. Like the Witch King's like, you can't do anything to me.
That's
I'm the
kind of
Witch
it.
King.
He was
And
hot
it's
dogging.
like, yeah, he was hot. Yeah,
He's
he was
showboating.
hot dogging. Well, it was actually a prophecy from the back in I think the Second Age or
See, this
whatever.
is why he's here.
And somebody,
This is
I
why he's
can't
here.
remember who it was. I think it was, I want to say it was Glorfindel, and he said he sort of prophesized like his end will come, but it will not come by the hand of a man.
This
But
is
also, you got to remember, had he been killed by an elf or a dwarf or a hobbit, it would have also been true. It just happens that
it happened.
Eowyn and Mary, Mary
Mary was
keeping
there.
that dagger, that first age magic dagger from the Barrow Downs, and getting him because they're fairly impervious, but those weapons like Glamdring and the Goblin Cleaver, those were all ancient weapons that were made specifically magically to be able to combat evil. So that's why like the knife to the back of the knee actually drops him because it's well, one, it's unexpected. He doesn't think anybody can hit him.
Yeah.
He's sort of like an ethereal. He's living in like the
Nobody has
shadow
stepped to him.
realm.
Nobody steps to him.
But then it's like, oh, and back of the knee, it's gonna drop you. And then I don't know why her sword to the face got him, but I think I don't know. Eowyn's a she's a bad MF.
I
So
do know when that happened in the movie theater, everybody got nuts. People were like
Carl,
cheering out
yeah,
loud.
and Carl Urban's, I will say, and that's some of the Carl Urban finding her and thinking she's dead. That is some of the finest acting Carl Urban's ever done. Like you really believe the pain, and the anguish, and I don't know if it was in the thing where he picks her up and he's wailing, and Aragorn is like, in Aragorn, it's the first time Aragorn is like really realizing like the horrors of war,
Yep.
and it's like you see him and he's like, oh my god, like his uncle is dead, his sister is dead. At that point
It's all going
they don't
down.
know if Faramir is gonna live
Yep.
because he's super wounded and poisoned and all that.
Yep.
Oh, and she's got, yeah.
It's personal. It's
Mhm.
personal.
It is
Highly personal.
highly
This isn't
personal.
business. This is personal,
Yeah.
Sauron.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
personal. Yeah.
Well, and that's always, and that's Sauron's undoing in the end, is that he's so bad that he can't comprehend people banding together and not being selfish and working together. It's his inability to even understand those emotions
Costed him.
sort of does him in.
Costed him.
Yeah.
He costed him.
He didn't think that,
If Sauron just had a little love in his heart, he probably would have won.
or understood it,
It's a little love.
Saruman's arrogance when he burns down, when he burns down Fangorn to fuel the orc pit so the orcs can shag the mud pile and make more orcs. It's
Big,
like,
big old mud hump fest.
yeah, and it's like, dude, that there's creatures in those woods. Like, what did you think?
He was drunk with power.
He was drunk with power. He wasn't thinking.
He was drunk with power. That happens.
Yep.
People that aren't used to being in charge of things, like when I first got my job as assistant manager at Sonic, I kept it under control.
Yeah.
I didn't go crazy.
No,
I didn't start going
People don't
nuts.
appreciate that.
No.
They don't want someone coming in guns blazing, telling them what to do and go
No.
crazy.
No.
And he went, well, yeah, that was when he was Brad the mozzarella stick king.
Yeah, I knew how to assistant manage Sonic better than anybody, contrary to what they said when they had the accident.
The bacon,
Yeah,
perfect.
Ever since the accident, but okay.
Well,
So
I don't know if so. Is there anything else that's been probing your mind
as far as questions with in regard to Middle Earth? The big thing was with the plastic and technology.
Yeah.
I'm just so blown away by the lack of.
I mean, but it took a long time for humans to discover all those things. I mean, you think about it, those are all in the last 150 years, the whole industrial revolution. We spent a whole lot of time carving tools out of rocks and shit.
But we also did rocks. Then we started throwing the rocks. Then we started putting the rocks on a stick, and then we started sharpening those rocks on the stick.
Yeah.
And then the rock got bigger. Then we discovered some metals. Then the metal we started to shape and stuff. And then,
but that was like for thousands of years.
But you see the progress of our weaponry.
Yeah.
And like every war, the technology changed. Literally.
I think the way of life there is averse to those sort of things. I don't think they would take. I think anything that would destroy natural beauty in that world, much like Sauron, would be very frowned upon.
Yeah. Well,
and it's like, hey, we can make this really cool thing. It's like, but we have to like turn half the Shire into an assembly plant. And they'd be like, yeah, we don't really need the thing. We'd rather you just leave it alone. Like,
Samwise Gamgee turns into a successful streamer playing games all day.
Yeah, I don't think that's it. Also, you got to remember,
one iPad would change Middle Earth forever.
When Tolkien was writing that stuff, a lot of it was new.
It's true.
The Industrial Revolution was still happening.
Yeah, it's true. He was alive before penicillin.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Mordor was very.
That's why they call it. Yeah. That's why they call it the War Machine.
They were very industrious.
It's the War Machine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I bet if you'd have given the orcs long enough, they would have
they have a
discovered
cave
plastic.
troll.
They would have had
They
plastic.
have an ice troll. They
They
have an
would,
internet troll.
next thing you know, you got internet troll. I like that. I like that. Maybe they got fucking. Imagine like the kind of cars they could have come up with in Middle Earth. What would an orc car look like? Like an orc automobile.
An orc
What
car.
would a hobbit car be?
I think. Like, did you ever see that car where the dude grew grass all over it? And the whole
I've seen
car. I
some,
think that's
yeah.
a Hobbit car. Like,
Okay.
it's like an '80s Honda Civic, but somebody grew grass on the whole thing.
I was thinking more like they had cars like the from the cartoon Trollkins. Trollkins.
Or like
You ever seen
Flintstones,
Trollkins?
like the Flintstone cars.
You remember Trollkins?
No.
Trollkins was like hillbilly Smurfs.
Oh.
So after the Smurfs came out, there's all these like
And
knockoff
they
Smurf
had
type thing.
cars.
Trollkins. I dare you to look up the Trollkins soundtrack when you get home.
They have cars.
Yeah, they drove around these underground trolls. Trollkins.
Was it like what were their cars like though?
They look like Trollkin cars. I can't even really explain it, to be honest with you.
Like
the show's wild.
Like
man.
what would a troll drive? This
Trollkin. A Trollkin car.
I think Saruman would have had like. I think he would have had something super gaudy and flashy.
Really?
Like he would have had like he's that dude. He would have been like, check out my new Lambo.
Really? I thought he was more like a chopper guy.
Nah, because he was all about flexing. Like Gandalf said, he's like Sauron thinks that the only thing that can stay evil is great power.
Sauron's
he's all about Sauron's like the ultimate like.
He's got a Bugatti.
Sauron's that dude who doesn't understand that buying fancy guitars will never make you a good guitar player. And he just keeps buying fancy guitars and wondering why he can't play Smoke on the Water.
Dude. He can't shred.
No, I mean, but Sir Christopher Lee did do a metal album.
I've heard it. He's rad.
He's pretty awesome.
Well, maybe we'll check that out next week. This is our show for today. We've did it again.
We've exhausted
two wizards,
our brains, carts and wizards, and flute playing.
So we'll be back
serious flute playing.
If you have any questions or any topics you want us to talk about next week, leave them in the comments.
And brought to you by Seven Witches
Magic Sticks. We want to thank Elevated Cop for the show here again. Happy Sunday, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Take it easy.